Show you one thing here because we have a lot of enemies spawning in this next area. All of our artists did special outfits for us, which is just kind of an extra Easter egg thing. And we're just going to come up here and show you a couple of the outfits and just wipe them out and let the next wave come so you can see them. Each of our artists did their own little special outfits from different games. Like you see the Hammer Brother up there from Mario. We got a Space Marine and the Wolf from Mega Man and Zangief there with the hairy chest and everything going. Go ahead and do the 3-room attack, clear them out, and we'll see if we get some more. I mean, we had a blast with these. This was kind of a last-minute thing. We just all sat down, all the artists had fun, and we just threw them in as fast as we could so that we could get the variety in there. We got a Guts Man, and I forget the clown's name. Sweet Tooth, yes, with the fire hair. Go ahead and clear them out. Let's go ahead and jump into the second level. There were a couple more that didn't show up. We have another robot and from Mega Man. Go ahead and shut off the costumes and step on that. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the second level. Yes, if everybody wants to go ahead and put their... Oh wait, we're going to clear out the first area first. Yeah, because we want you to see the boss real well. Alright, we start out here in the second level. As you see, the village is all on fire. You get a great look of Jotun, who's the leader of the barbarians attacking the village. And he's towering over everyone. And this is one of the main areas we were looking for that hammer rail system. We drew some inspiration from God of War, if everybody's seen that, where the camera rail kind of goes around the level, and we've got the boss that actually, the level is the boss fight. As he comes through here and clears out the barbarian, Jotun will be taking out houses around you, and you've got to kind of avoid those as he smashes the house and knocks you back, and you got to avoid those, and you got to make it through the level and get to him to fight him. We're going to come back to the beginning because this is one of the best areas for the 3D. Anyway, everybody wants to go ahead and put on their glasses. Hit accept here and we'll jump right on into the game. Now as you see, this is one of the areas that we really liked because as he walks around here, you got the depth with the fences close to you and the other fences far away and the houses. And we're going to go ahead and go up over that house that Jotun smashed and see some of these other waves. See the barbarians taunting him, making fun of him, smashing his houses up. And go ahead and clear out those guys. Now, also another thing you see here, we got our third enemy, the Shield Barbarian. As he was saying earlier, it's our smarter barbarian. He doesn't attack as often, but he stands there with that shield, and as Olik attacks, his sword will bounce right off that shield. And he's got to kind of work his way around to the side of him, or catch him as he's moving to the side and has his shield out of the way. Oh, and he gets dizzy there and loses his helmet again. Now, if he gets hit while he doesn't have that helmet, he does lose and have to go back to the last checkpoint. And he uses the 2-rune attack to clear out all the enemies close to him there. And he's got another crate over there, right there in front of the house. And go ahead and take out that guy. Oh, the Shield Barbarian didn't have his shield up there and got taken out really easily if their shield's not up. And he was able to avoid the house there getting smashed by Jotun. Let's go ahead and play through a little bit further. Play through this area. And he's just got a couple more waves. This is the last little area before he gets into the boss. And using the level 2 rune attack to kind of clear them out real quick there easily. Got himself 2 more runes there. He's making it real easy on himself, collecting the runes up so he gets the multiple rune attacks. There you go. Alright, now this is the last little area. We're going to go ahead and shut the 3D off because I know some people don't really like it all that much. If you want to see the rest of the game in 3D, as you said before, you can always download the game and try it out. Got two shield barbarians here, and they're both kind of standing together with their shields, so he's got to kind of work his way around to get behind him, or you see he hits them, so they kind of have to sit there and absorb the hit, and then he runs around to get behind them. Or they lift their shield up every now and then as they're walking, and he's able to get them right when they lift that shield up. There he goes. All right, this is the last little house right here as he smashes. And, oh, we didn't avoid that one. He's got to get his helmet. As you see the horn tower there flashing red. I apologize if I talked over him, but the sword tells him to go take down the tower because he has an idea. And he's got to hit the tower several times there. And once he gets it, it's starting to fall, starting to go. And it hits Joke right in the head there. Alright, and then pushes the helmet right down over his eyes. He can't see what he's doing. Plows right through a house and drops his axe, but he grabs a tree out of the ground over there. I mean, he's just a towering guy. He's able to use that tree as a weapon. When he's close, when Olik's close to him, the tree branches kind of miss him because he's underneath the trunk of it. But if he's out there, as you see, it kind of hits him and knocks him back. He's got to get his helmet before it swings again, dodges out of the way. Great job there. Now another thing is the hole they ripped it out of over there. If Olik gets down in that hole, it kind of swings over him as well. So it's kind of a safe spot there. Oh. Another thing is, as he gets close to be able to hit him there, Jotun will kick him out of the way, so he kicks him into range of his branch so he can reach to hit him. And he just keeps dodging out of the way there. It takes several hits to take him down. But we'll go ahead. There are some crates over there if you want to get some runes and speed it up a little. Oh, we got him into the second stage there. He walks over, kind of puts his back to a building so you can't work your way around behind him or anything. We're going to go ahead and collect up some runes so we can do some extra damage to him here. Oh, he looks really dizzy. He might be going down. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, there he goes. Falls right into the house. But is that all? As you see, the village is kind of destroyed there. You did win and clear out the barbarian infestation, but the village was pretty damaged. So he heads on outside, and there's more barbarians. And that is Olik's redemption. We got, thank you very much, everybody. I enjoyed presenting the game. I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Andy Bauman. No other questions answered? All right, Andy's going to go ahead and answer any questions you have, and thank you very much.
Woo! Any questions? Raise your hand. Nicole.
For the artistic view, what were you really thinking on that? Because I know it's a lot of hard work in Maya to do that. So maybe you talk about the poly count and how you went about it.
Our artists were actually amazing. When you talk about polygon count, that means that the number of polygons or triangles that make up all of the art and the level. And if you have too many polygons, it gets harder to render. So our artists did an amazing job of keeping the polygon really low. And that really helped us on the tech side, able to do more with without any extra work on our part. There.
Is the 3D more work for the artists or the programmers?
I'll just hand that off to Ryan. That's the system that he did.
The artists really don't have to do anything with the 3D beyond kind of design around it, so that kind of, you get the depth field in there with the fences in front and some things in the back. As far as code-wise goes, it's a double pass rendering. What we do is we take the cameras where it is, and we move the camera off to one side, and then just set a color filter, and we render to a texture. And then we move the camera over to the other side and render to a different texture with a different color filter. And that gives us the red and blue channels in one texture and the green channel in the other texture. And then we combine those two textures together, and that's why if you look at it without the glasses on, you see kind of a double image with it offset with the different colors. And what that does is that gives you the sense of depth in there, because we perceive depth with, the fact that we have two eyes, we have two different angles of view. And by rendering the two different camera positions and presenting one image to each eye, it gives you that same field of depth that you naturally have, and that creates the 3D effect. But as you're asking, no, there's no more work at all for the artist with it. It's just a couple of simple lines of code. It's actually really easy to implement. And here's...
Very good question. I believe I see a hand over there.
What I noticed the game was like really dark. Why was that? And what kind of lighting did you use?
The lighting was it's quite simple, but it was, the idea was that it was almost nighttime. Because in our original plans, we had planned to make the village actual nighttime. So the idea was that time had been passing as you went down the trail into your village. But with the really dusk-like lighting, it gave it a really good atmosphere, but on projectors, it tends to be really dark. So we just have to turn up the brightness and gamma whenever we want to put it on a projector. Thank you. I see it on the back there.
I was actually curious how you guys handled your special effects as far as the attacks and things. Did you actually export those from Maya as one effect, or did you guys do that procedurally yourself in code?
I'm going to hand that off to Greg. He did the geometry effect exporter from Maya.
Oh yeah, basically I just wrote an exporter so the artist can create any type of geometry, and any kind of animation they wanted that involved rotating, scaling, and translating they could do. And then it just exported onto keyframes, and then we just simply load it up in our game and it played perfectly. So it's just a Maya exporter.
Thank you, Greg. Any other questions? One right there. We'll get to it.
When it comes to the collisions of your game, what kind of spatial partitioning did you use to determine what the test against?
The collisions in our game are actually deceptively simple. We set up a system of collision walls that we then split into a hierarchy so that you would only check collisions against certain walls. But these walls were actually infinite on the y-axis. So it was actually just a plane to circle test, honestly. It was really quite simple. Any other questions? I think you had one.
What made you choose 3D? Because I know it's kind of iffy, you know?
Yes. Hand it off to Ryan because he was the main driving force behind the 3D.
I pitched the idea several months ago, and we thought it was a real fun thing. It's something that's very common in the industry right now. I know Sony is very big about pushing the 3D with their new 3D TVs, and the PlayStation 3 being able to do it. So we kind of were doing it more because it's more of an industry fad right now. With the colored glasses, you don't get as good a quality as you do with the polarized lenses that you're seeing in the theaters now. The thing is, it requires special projectors and such to use those type of glasses, so we weren't able to feasibly do that for our presentation. How the system is set up, it can work with any of those. It can work with polarized systems with just a couple lines of code changed in it. I know some people do have a little bit more difficulty perceiving it as others. I'm sure you can ask a couple other people in the audience, and I'm sure other people think it was amazing and worked really well. But I'm sure there's just as many people that didn't see any depth in it at all. It's more of a personal basis. And that's also why we didn't present the entire thing in 3D, because some people just don't like it. Does that answer your question at all? Or?
Any more questions? I think we're done.